morning, and welcome to season 3, episode 2 of How I Met Your Mortgage. Um, I am Jenn Wayboer, marketing director for Just the Tips Coaching, and we are doing something a little different this week. You'll notice that Adam is not on the call this week. We kicked him off, so I want to introduce Ashley Miller. We're going to hang out, talk about marketing. So Ashley, if you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do?
Hi. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. I am Ashley Miller with GTG Financial. I am the business development manager at GTG, and that encompasses a whole host of things. One big is marketing and branding for the company. So I joined the company, I'm going on almost 2 years in April, and I have just been working on beefing up our marketing and branding the company, and we are hitting 2020 with that at the forefront. So I'm super excited to be here today to talk about that with you.
Awesome. So how did you get into marketing? I have you share a little bit, and then I'll share how I got into marketing, and then we'll go from there.
Sure. So I have always had a little bit of a background in creating, whether it's content or just social media posts. And my personal social media presence is fairly, I would say, large. I have quite the personality out there on Facebook. And when I joined GTG, it just kind of came natural to me to take that and then push it for the company. So when I got started there, the first thing we did was we opened up more presence on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn. And then within the last couple of months, we've really seen that pick up and take traction. But my background has actually been in a wide variety of different things. I've worked in administration. I've dabbled in the secondary. I dabbled in origination for a little while too there. And now it's just kind of come full circle, and I'm back in marketing and branding for the company.
Awesome. So I also have a background in administration a little bit too. I actually started in direct sales, multi-level marketing. I sold everything from jewelry to adult products to kind of everything in between. And then I ended up as kind of an office assistant, administrative assistant at irrigation company, which was totally out of my comfort zone. But that's how I kind of got into the marketing world and social media world. And then I moved to Colorado, and through a friend found Adam's posting for marketing director, and here I am. So you definitely have a unique perspective because you did do origination for a little while. Would you say that gives you a unique perspective on sharing on the different social media outlets?
I think it does, because it does give me the confidence with the content that I'm posting that I do understand what I am talking about. Not that people don't when they're marketing mortgage companies, but I do understand the loan products. I understand the guidelines. I understand the ins and outs of originating a loan. So I think that it does kind of give me a little bit more of an edge, the fact that I can create content, that I do understand the content that I'm creating. I'm not just putting together a graphic and pushing it out for the sake of trying to brand the company. I do have quite a few people that have started to reach out to me just based off of the content that we're pushing. So it does help that I can start off a conversation, before I turn them over to Glenn or someone else on the GTG team. I'm able to take that first initial interaction, kind of plant that seed with whoever I'm talking to, whether it be a future client or referral partner. And I do have a lot more confidence going into those conversations because of the experience that I have with originating.
Totally. And it looks like Rafi and Chad are watching us right now. So good morning, guys.
Hi, guys.
What's your focus on what you're pushing out for content? Do you post similar things on Instagram as you do on Facebook, or do you take a different approach for each one?
I actually take what I put on Instagram and I push it to Facebook and I push it to LinkedIn. We've got different audiences on all different platforms. So pretty much 90% of what I'm posting is the same across all platforms. There are some content that we push directly to the Facebook page. If we're linking certain articles that we want people to reference, we find that we have better traction doing that on Facebook and LinkedIn than we do on Instagram. We do tend to post some of the sillier things to our Instagram stories, which can also feed into the Facebook stories. When we're trying to get to the lighter side of what we do here. But essentially, it's all the same across all platforms.
Yeah, we do pretty much the same thing. I post the opening and closing bells, and those only go to LinkedIn and Twitter. But like we have our weekly tip video that goes to Facebook, Instagram, IGTV, YouTube, LinkedIn, everything. Not Snapchat, TikTok. We don't deal in those worlds. Not yet, anyway. But stories have definitely become. What kind of traction are you guys seeing on stories on Instagram and Facebook?
We get a lot of reactions to them. So whether it be they're hitting that little applaud emoji or they're hitting the fire emoji, the love button or whatever, we get a lot of reactions to them. Sometimes we'll get people commenting back to us and then sharing our stories. It's really exciting to know that we're tapping into a different network by having someone share the stuff that we've been posting. So it's fun. It's fun to test different pieces of content and stuff. And see what is more eye catching, what is more engaging. It's just exciting when we get a response, from something that we post into stories.
Yeah, for stories for us, like if we do a lunch in the office, we did a big sushi lunch the other day, I'll throw that on our stories, or we've got dogs in the office, so they end up on the stories more often than not.
Animals perform well. Animals and babies and kids.
Yeah, everybody loves puppies. So, I've actually read recently that Facebook stories get more traction than Instagram. I don't know about your experience, but I see way more reactions for us on Instagram stories than I do on Facebook stories.
I do too.
I think it's easier to find because they're right there at the top and you can accidentally hit them even if you don't mean to.
Right.
So what kind of content are you guys, what do you try to put out every month, or does it vary day by day?
It does. We try to mix it up, so we're not just drowning our content with mortgage content. The office itself, we are all very similar in our personalities, that we like to have a lot of fun. So while we're very serious about what we do in lending, we don't take ourselves all that serious either. So I try to mix up the content, from informative to stuff that actually shows off our personality. So, at any given moment, someone can walk into our office and we've got, blow up antlers on our heads, we're playing human ring toss. So think of that, and we'll post it, just so people can get a glimpse of who we are. And I think once your personality comes through and you're kind of a little more authentic, it tends to resonate with your audiences more. So we definitely try to switch it up. If there's something that I can tell gets a better reaction than something I've posted in the past, then I will tend to lean more towards that type of content, whether it's heavier on a graphic than it is in print. So we try to just be mindful that it's just not all mortgage material that we're posting.
Right, and I think that goes along with what Adam says all the time, the 80-20 rule. 80% about who you are, 20% about what you do. Our offices are obviously very similar. It's high stress work, but we try to keep it as a low stress work environment. So similar around here, we try to post, Adam goes to a lot of the games. He posts pictures of the Broncos games or the Avs games, but makes pictures of his kids. And then there's, the tidbits where we share the blog posting or something informational to the consumer, but really heavily on that relationship building aspect.
Yeah.
Do you guys do video work? Are you doing much video work?
So that is something we can do a lot more of. It is in my game plan for 2020 is to push more video locally in the office. We do it for our clients. That is something that Glenn Groves, my business partner who owns GTG, he is really good with video. He uses BombBomb, and he will keep clients updated on anything that they need to know during the loan process via video. And that gets a ton of good feedback. So we absolutely need to do more of that, on our social media, whether it be Facebook Lives or, pre-recorded, edited videos. But it's in the plan.
Yeah, I was going to ask, so what else are you hoping to do in 2020 that's different from years past with social media?
Video is a big one. I do want to get out in the community more and, get involved with different local businesses and stuff. We definitely have the plan of recruitment for 2022. We're growing the business. We're trying to scale up. And so to maximize our exposure on social media to that regard as well is something that I definitely want to try and push this year. And just really start to brand the company and get it to be a household name.
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest thing you want people, when they think of mortgages, to think of you guys first.
Exactly.
You were sitting next to Adam when there was the Gary V conversation of 40 pieces of content every day.
Yes.
Yeah. My goal is 20 on a good day, 20 pieces of content, but that's
good.
something
I think I like 6, and I I was exhausted. The day that I was trying to push it all out.
Yeah, I mean the lucky thing, like everything I post to LinkedIn goes to Twitter, so I get double the content right there.
Right.
Better about posting 2 times a day to Instagram and sharing those directly over to Facebook. And we have the Just the Tips page, but we also have the core page. So
Right.
I don't. 30 pieces of content for both companies sounds traumatizing to be honest.
Yeah. It's a lot. I try to keep, GTG's page as alive as I can, and I also do push stuff to my personal page because I have such a wide range of an audience from building my database on Facebook as well. So, but it's definitely a lot to keep up with. You can definitely feel like you're constantly on social media all day long, which kind of goes against what we always try to say to get off social media and get more involved, in human conversation. So it's a balance for sure, and one that we're definitely trying to find that sweet spot.
Right. They say to get off social media, but it seems to be the easiest way to form those relationships. Like
right.
I also have a pretty big network, mostly on the East Coast, but it's like the only way to keep track of those people is through all of these social media outlets.
Right. Well, it's right in the palm of your hand, so it's easy.
Right. Right. So how did you have such a big following and presence on social media? Has it just been time and being on the outlets, or how did you grow such a following online?
I think just for one, being in the industry, there is so many people on social media that are real estate lender, specific profiles. So I just started expanding my network by accepting friend requests, from different real estate agents, different lenders, getting involved in local community groups on Facebook, getting to know people that are posting in some of the larger groups that we're in, AIM and stuff like that. There's a lot of people I've connected with just by having a presence in there as well, which carries over to, my personal feed, my personal page, and getting to know people from all of the United States just on Facebook. And it's just so surprising how when you cast such a wide net, how close you can still feel to those people. We're sending referrals back and forth, we're conversing back and forth, we're helping one another with our businesses. So it's just been a matter of just being active on there, putting myself out there, chatting with the people around me that are on social media, and just, really keeping my presence consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you really touched on an important point with Facebook right now is Facebook groups. For instance, you and I met like for 2 seconds in Vegas last June, but I feel like I know you, but we haven't even really met each other in person. It's amazing what social media can do. But groups are such a big deal on Facebook now because they want to pretend that Facebook is about relationships and not about profit. So that's something that we're trying to do a lot more of is create those groups that not only just create groups but be more active in those local groups to have more of a presence with people in the area and become that household name. Do you do a lot of activity in Facebook groups?
I try to keep up with some of the local ones, and then the ones that are on the more national level. It's just really inspiring to me to just be looped in a group like that with people who are, you have everyone who is just starting out, or they are these top producing loan officers, but we're all talking to each other, we're all helping each other. Everyone's in this game together, and so for one, it's just comforting for me to be surrounded, by that caliber of people. Knowing that I can turn to them if I need help with anything. And then two, I do find that when you are active in these groups, you're also top of mind. So when it comes time that they have referrals to give you, or if they have tips that they want to share with you, they're coming to find you because they know who you are, they're comfortable with you, you've established a relationship with them. So I have seen a huge benefit by being active in the Facebook groups, and I do try to be as active as I can.
I think that's a big thing. Like the groups aren't just for the clients, but it's creating like these friendships and this family within the industry as well. It's not just being top of mind for clients; it's top of mind, like you were saying, when they have those referrals. Like, oh yeah, Adam's in Denver. Like that should be the first thing they think because top of mind all the time. You are.
Oh, absolutely. And it was so cool. We were in Vegas for AIM back in October. I have been in the Brokers Are Better AIM groups. It's probably been a little bit less than a year that I've actually been in and been active in those groups. And it was just so cool to be in Las Vegas, and people that I have not ever met before, other than just their photo on their Facebook profile, were coming up and they knew who I was, and they were introducing themselves to me, formally, and talking about my kids, and my dogs and the weather in California. And they just, they took such personal stock in me, which was very humbling. And it's just very, very cool to, like you said, have those relationships with people, across the United States. And yeah, it's just really neat, to be part of a community like that.
Yeah, it kind of gets rid of that awkward like first time meeting each other conversations. Like you already really know the person. It's just you haven't been in the same room as each other yet.
Right, right. And you're like, do I introduce myself? Do I hug? It was fun. You introduce yourself and then you hug. It's just kind of
right. Yeah, I feel that way like with the upcoming event in Austin. Like I've met a lot of people between Vegas and Denver, but it's like I know these people kind of like I at least know what they're putting out there online. But it'll be in person.
Yeah.
So back to the media side and like the relationship. What kind of content are you putting out there to for your lead generation for anything involving your clients? I know that you guys tend to post like your clear to close or content like that, but walk us through a little bit of what kind of content you're putting out there directly.
So as far as the social media postings, showing everyone what we do as far as, you touched on that, the quick clear to closes that we're receiving. Pushing that out there, letting people know that, hey, not only do we know our stuff, but we can also get it done efficiently and quickly for you as well. These days, everything's, instant gratification. People find the house they love, they want to be in it as fast as they can. So we have definitely been getting traction by sharing with people, how quickly we can move for them, and we want to do that for them, and we will do that for them. So that has been huge for us, and just pushing that out there. The other thing that we do, that we post on social media, but it has actually been probably one of our biggest sources of lead gen when it comes to consumer direct marketing, is our MVP program that we do. So every month we're rewarding the database, and what that is we have an item every single month that we're giving away. This month we did instant pots. In the past we've done tickets to haunted houses. We've done Fitbits. We've done pots of gold with scratchers in them. All kinds of stuff. Like you name it, we've probably done it. And we market that to our database. Anyone who's close to loan with us gets put in the MVP program. And just month over month, we're just rewarding our database for trusting us with their business. We post it on social media. People, start to ask what it is that we're doing. If they're tagged in the photo, they're very proud to be tagged in the photo of the thing that they, claimed from GTG that they got for free. And that has been huge for us as far as our exposure and just getting back with our database and getting back with our clients and, just really showing our appreciation for them, and trusting us in handling all their mortgage needs. So that in itself has been huge. We've been doing that for almost a year and a half, I would say. Within 9 months of us doing so, it got a lot of traction, a lot of positive feedback from people. We push it out every Friday at 10:30, or the first Friday of every month at 10:30. And we have found that now, if we're a little bit late, if we're half an hour late, if we're a day late, people start emailing and they're like, where's the MVP offer? Like, what are you guys doing this month? So that has just been really cool, really good for us, implementing that program.
That's really cool because if they're seeking it out, you're staying top of mind without having even put something out there yet.
Right.
They're looking for you popping up on their feed or whatever. So
right.
That's really cool. What other lead generation do you guys do in the office outside of social media?
It's all referral based at this point. We're very heavy referral based. So our database and our referral partners, realtors, local CPAs that we work with, is pretty much the bulk of source of our business. And then social media is just an add-on to that as well.
Cool. Yeah, we're obviously the same in our office, repeat and referral business. Adam's known for being on the phone all the time, every morning for several hours. Just remembering when Glenn was on the show, which I don't know, was about probably close to 6 months ago now. I think that Adam had Glenn on the show. And the cool thing about the program with the giveaways is it also gets people in the office too. So it's putting them right back with you guys to have those conversations. So that's very cool.
Yeah.
What kind of videos do you want to put out there in 2020? What kind of content?
So when we were in Vegas at the AIM conference, Gary Vee had said, become the digital mayor. And so that is what I want to do. I want to get out and I want to go, talk to the local community, the people who are involved in it day to day, the new restaurant owner, the person who is putting on the charity events for the community, the people that are just involved every single day. I really want to get out there. I want to get more immersed in that. And so that's pretty much number one for me is to become the digital mayor.
Cool, very cool. Yeah. I think we put out a tip recently. It was about doing videos with those new businesses because they're going to share it like crazy. So, and you're getting involved with those community leaders. It's putting your name out there, putting their name out there, and it's kind of win-win for everybody.
Right.
Um, so Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Do you guys? So YouTube. Once you get videos going, I'm sure will become more of a platform for you guys. Um, and then, so around here, we do the daily tip every day that I post out for just the tips. We have our weekly tip. We obviously have this show, which new guests. Well, we're doing some repeat guests, which is a lot of fun this year. And obviously, this is a new thing. We kicked Adam off completely, which is a lot of fun. I'd love to hear more about your background, though, like what kind of administrative jobs, those relationship building jobs that you've had in the past that have made you so successful with GTG.
Sure. So I've held a lot of different jobs. When I got into the industry, I pretty much got into this right out of college. I was waiting tables and jumped right into a receptionist position with my former company. And I didn't know what FHA was. I didn't know what HUD meant. I didn't know, how to read a rate sheet. And so I basically learned on the job, and I would do whatever I needed to do in order to, learn something new. So when I moved into the administrative aspect of it, a lot of it was helping the loan officers, execute their contracts with the company, which I got to learn. I came in when GFE 2010 was coming down, and so I had to learn how to do that disclosure and then teach it to everybody. I had to learn LO comps. That was right around the same time that those new laws started to come around. So my job kind of became a resource for, almost like a Q&A of all of the new regulations that took place kind of starting 2010. From there, it just grew. So I went from, helping the president of the company, kind of assisting him in his day-to-day operational stuff, to holding more of a role of my own, with licensing, with, corporate oversight of the branches that were underneath us. And then in 2016 is when Caliber Home Loans purchased my old company. And it was there that I decided to take a stab at originating. It was always something I was interested in, and I knew eventually I wanted to get back into a role that I hold today, but I didn't think I could effectively do that without understanding what it was like to also originate. So I took the opportunity to do that, and I did that for about a year, and that's when Glenn had approached me, and he was looking for some assistance in helping just kind of run GTG, and some of the background that I had he saw would be a good fit for the company. And so he offered me the job, and I took it, and we've just been running with it ever since. And so, like I said, now today, business development is kind of all encompassing of numerous different things. But the biggest one that I'm trying to really take hold of this year is the marketing and the branding of the company. So we're just really excited, to see where it goes from here. We're still building and still growing, and we've just got, so much to do. So it's gonna be a really cool year, I think.
What does your team structure look like right now? Like, who do you work alongside with? How many people in your office?
So in our office, we have got, 6 employees. I'm sorry if I get that wrong, Glenn, if you're watching, but we have 6 in office. But right now, I work pretty much alongside with Glenn and Mark. The 3 of us, Mark Wilson's operations manager at GTG. So the 3 of us are pretty much hand in hand every single day in all the different tasks that it takes in order to not only keep the company running, but growing it at the same time as well. And the 3 of us work really well together, so it's been great.
Awesome. Do you use the marketing alone? Do you have other people that do it with you? What's that look like?
It's all me as of right now. I do float ideas, across to Glenn and Mark and stuff, and get their input on things. If I think it's a good idea, I want to make sure that they think it's a good idea, so I'm not just running rogue, but for now, it's just me, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to scale up that department a little bit, because we do see that there are plenty of areas that we can improve upon and want to. It's just a matter of having the resources to do so. So it is definitely in the plan to hire a few more people to help with that.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm a one-woman show over here with Adam, of course, but same thing, hoping to scale that up in time, especially where we're going to get to those 40 posts a day across platforms. I'm like 40 posts a day, and I'm like, oh, I think I hit 20 today.
See, that's good. That's good. I'm still trying to get up there.
It's a lot. Well, looks like we just have a couple minutes left, and we do have some consumer viewership. Obviously, a lot of people in our network are viewership, but if somebody wants to get a hold of GTG out there, what is the best way to do it? Phone number, email, give us all those details.
Oh gosh. Okay, so you're probably gonna kill me that I don't know the corporate phone number off the top of my head, but I work from home, so I'm always using the phone. If you need to reach us, you can reach out to me, Ashley at gtgfi.com, or Glenn Groves, who is the CEO and president of the company, and his email address is glenn at gtgfi.com. And I'm always on my cell phone too, so if anyone needs anything, feel free to call or text. My phone number is 707-761-2554.
And what about those social media platforms? What are the handles, the usernames, all that stuff?
Oh yeah, that'd be good, huh? So Facebook, GTG Financial. I believe it's GTG Financial for Facebook. Instagram is GTG Financial Inc. and LinkedIn is GTG Financial Inc. And those are the 3 platforms that we're the most active on right now.
Very cool. Looks like we've just got 3 minutes left, so I just want to say thank you. And for anybody who's interested on just the tips side, you can text tips to 63566 if you're interested in our weekly tip, our daily tip, a copy of Adam's book, which I should have here, but I don't have it in my hand right now, so we'll pretend I do. But yeah, this has been a blast. Looks like we're just a couple minutes short, but is there anything else you want to share about going into 2020? Video content seems to be the biggest thing, I'm sure. Adam will remind you of the course of the year.
Oh, absolutely. And if anyone who's watching has some tips for me for some video content, please feel free to shoot them my way. I will say it is the one thing that I am the most conscious about. I think everyone has that fear of getting on video, so it's something I'm trying to break through. So if anyone's got any tips, please feel free to share them with me. But otherwise, hopefully, more video in 2020.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like this morning, you and I were both saying how nervous we were. Whereas Adam's the video pro around here, but it definitely gets easier with time for sure. But that's all I got. But thank you so much, Ashley, for being on. Adam will run the extra for us. He's running all the tech in the background for us. But if you want to hang on for just a second after the show, and we'll chat. But Adam here's me to run the show for us. And thank you everybody for watching and for commenting. And we will see you next week.